of American parents can't find licensed childcare. Businesses may even close because parents miss work to care for their kids. Wonder School can help solve that by making it easier for entrepreneurs to start in-home childcare businesses. Citi is investing in Wonder School to help offer more childcare options, which can help parents return to their jobs and help towns across America get back to work for the love of moving businesses forward, for the love of progress. Citi.
Welcome to PaleyFest Fall TV Previews. I'm Shaun Robinson, and I am delighted to be your host for this very special conversation celebrating TLC's hit franchise, 90 Day Fiancé. And I'm very honored to be host of the 90 Day Fiancé Tell-All reunion shows. And thanks to Citi, our festival official sponsor and our official card. That's always important, with their help making this program possible. Now, this is a series that started a global phenomenon, and it has captivated audiences for 10 seasons and multiple spinoffs. If you have seen it, you know that this groundbreaking show follows American suitors and their international loves as they navigate the realities of the K-1 visa process. Now, the visa requires the couple to get married within 90 days of the foreigner touching down on U.S. soil. But the show is so much more than just a ticking clock. It's about overcoming cultural differences, the pursuit of the American dream, and what it takes to make a relationship work in the 21st century. Now, since the series debuted back in 2014, there have been billions of hours of 90 Day Fiancé content consumed by fans. They've watched, they've interacted with TLC on social media. We all know about that. And with the cast members. It's broadcast in 39 different languages, aired in over 180 territories, and filmed in over 50 countries. It is amazing what this franchise has become. Today, I am thrilled to welcome cast members from the series. First, we've got Gino and Jasmine, and they will be featured on this upcoming season of 90 Day Fiancé Season 10. Gino, Jasmine, how are you doing?
Great.
Doing great. How you doing, Shaun?
Great to see you guys. We also have Emily and Kobe, a breakout couple from 90 Day Fiancé Season 9, and now a fan favorite on the Pillow Talk series. Emily and Kobe, how you doing, guys? I haven't seen you in such a long time.
I know. How are you? We're good. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Tim, who we know from many different seasons of 90 Day, from before the 90 days to the single life. Hey, Tim, my friend, how are you?
Shaun, it's always good to see you.
Okay, we're ready for a really fun discussion today. I always love to talk to my 90 Day family. First of all, Emily and Kobe, I'm going to start with you. 90 Day is an especially unique and groundbreaking series because of the awareness that it brings to the many different cultures around the world. Now, Kobe, you're from Cameroon. So tell us what the series has done to increase awareness around your home country.
I can only say that before even moving over to the United States, I never watched 90 Day Fiancé, but what most of us usually heard is like Michael and Angela, they're on the reality TV show. And when Emily first told me that, okay, there's this reality TV show that, okay, we might be on it, I'm like, okay, if you're down for it, I'll be down for it. So going into that, it didn't really create enough impact because on our part, we didn't film in Cameroon. So very few people I can say most Cameroonians that were abroad could relate to the story. So it didn't really impact the Cameroonians back home. You know, the ones that are abroad have been fan of the show, they've been watching that show. There's all Cameroonians on the show. So, I mean, I wish we would have, filmed back home. The impact would have really been massive if we had, done a little bit of filming before I moved over to the US. But still, I feel like they're getting there.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that the audience is learning a little bit more about your home country than they knew before?
Yes, I feel like the audience is trying to find out, what is that country, Cameroon? Like, what is it like? If this guy is from Cameroon, and I feel like a lot of people have done research about Cameroon because we are popularly known for soccer. And it's just really kind of coincident that, okay, I am trying to make Cameroon be known from a reality TV show.
Yeah, I definitely think you are doing that. And Emily, as a couple, how have you maintained traditions from both of your cultures? Is there anything that you have started within your own family?
So, well, currently, we're still in my parents' house. So, we're house hunting, but I'm like, once we move out, we're able, to do our own traditions, and kind of have our own like schedule. But Kobe does he's slowly teaching them French. We FaceTime with his family all the time. We are always talking to his family. So I think that's really great too, to be able to interact with their grandparents, and cousins and aunts and uncles. So I ordered some Cameroonian books, like toddler and children Cameroonian books. So we read those. So just trying to slide in his culture every way we can. He cooks a lot of Cameroonian food. Coben will not touch it, but Scarlett is slowly trying things and eating it. So
yes, I'm always interested to find out how the kids are adapting and how they're learning both cultures. And we'll find out a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. I'm going to go to Tim, though, right now. Tim, this franchise has developed such a community around it, with audiences obsessing over every season, spinoff, and couple that comes out of the show. How has it been to watch all of these other couples and weigh in on their journeys on Pillow Talk? Because you are very candid, as we know.
Yeah, it's been very interesting because, on my first appearance, I was not very favorable among the viewers. So, it's been a long journey. And then, getting to critique other people that are kind of in my shoes, you kind of understand what they're going through. So, we like to make jokes and everything, but at the same time, I feel for some of the people because I remember what it was like, when I was first starting out. It's a whole lifestyle change. You're kind of divulging your whole private life to the world. And at the same time, trying to adapt new cultures, trying to, travel to other countries, trying to, possibly wed someone. It's a lot of big things going on at once. So I've really enjoyed it. Gotten to learn so much. I mean, the show covers so much from traveling, culture, relationship issues. I think everybody can relate to a specific couple or many for your own issues going on, so it's been quite a journey.
Well, Tim, you touched on, all of the challenges. And so let me go to Gino and Jasmine. Guys, can you talk about the challenges of dating somebody from another country and how you've navigated them over the course of your relationship?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because it's long distance and you can't be there face to face with them or hold them or kiss them. So that's difficult. So the key is you have to have really great communication. And that's what Jasmine and I had, 9 months before I even met her. We were communicating daily, through WhatsApp video calls. And that helped us a lot, and it helped us grow a strong bond. So I even met her. So
Jasmine, there were many times that you two weren't even together. What was it like for you? What can you tell people about dating somebody from another country that you don't even get to see that often?
Well, I will tell them that don't expect it to be easy. Maintaining a relationship with a person nowadays is difficult. And if you add being in a long distance relationship, it's going to make things harder. And I will say that these kind of relationships is not for everyone. There are a lot of people that, it's not going to work because, as said, communication is important. But at the same time, as a needy person, myself, it was one of the most challenging things I have ever done my entire life, because not having my partner there physically, and things that a lot of people take for granted, like hugging, kissing, spending Christmas, spending birthday, a lot of time, that's not going to happen in a long distance relationship. So you have to be very aware that it is what it takes, and you have to let your partner know how you're feeling and listen to him, right? How he's feeling. So we understood that there were many times in which we were gonna be sad about not being together, but always being positive and being hopeful that this situation was gonna be temporary and that eventually we will be able to be together.
And Kobe, can you identify with what Jasmine just said? What have been the challenges for you that you can share about dating and being in a relationship and being married to someone from another country?
I can equally relate with whatever Jasmine said, like, all those moments when you really need your partner beside you and you don't have that, that opportunity to share like some of the precious moments you would really love to, like Valentine's Day and all this stuff, like birthday, like,
or like Coben's birth.
Like, no, not birth.
No, but you missed his birth. You missed his first birthday. Like those were big moments that it was like, Christmas, there's always going to be another Christmas. There's not going to be another first birthday for our son. So like those moments were extremely hard when Kobe wasn't able to be here. Sorry, go ahead.
It's really hard. Like Jasmine said, long distance relationship is not for everybody. You got to be patient enough and you got to look beyond your scope to understand that it's just for its particular time frame. Look at the bigger picture where you guys are finally going to be together at the end of, the tunnel. And aside that, cultural differences was one of the things that really plagued our relationship, moving over here.
We still have a lot.
And we still have that, and we are still working on that.
Yeah.
It's not just going to go away with the twinkle of an eye, It's something that, I'm more than 30 years of age, so I already grew up with a certain culture. It's not just going to go away. She was already like 27 years old when we met, so who she has been is not just going to walk away just because I don't want that. So it's a gradual thing.
Yeah. And I think parenting too is like, obviously we're navigating that because when he got here, Coben was already, 17 months old. And so trying to parent together with completely different cultures like that still is something that we are working through.
Parenting is another huge measure, thing in our relationship.
Yeah.
Because Emily, you've been parenting basically 100% how you want to parent. And now, Kobe, you've got to come in and say, well, wait a minute, I would do something a little bit differently. I would handle this differently. So that is a challenge.
Yes. Yeah. And it's still that way. Now with 2 kids, it's the same thing. Luckily, Scarlett, he was here from birth, obviously, and we were able to transition to 2 children and like work through, those big moments. But like to this day, it's like, how do we address the situation with Coben? Because here's how I would do it, but then he would do it completely different. And do I always agree with that? No. But then we have to work together and settle on, on settling on.
I get you. Like there's a difference between me and Coben and me and Scarlett. Like when I came into Coben's life, he was already like 17 months old. I needed to go soft and create that atmosphere that is going to be conducive for the both of us. Like, okay, for him to know that, okay, this is my dad, I can rely on him. Whereas Scarlett, being born, just saw me and I didn't really have to, just be me.
Well, yeah, you didn't have to introduce yourself when she, it was a year and a half. So.
And Tim, we've seen, your relationships play out during some of the seasons. What has been the most challenging thing for you when you've dated someone from another country?
Well, there's the obvious. It's very expensive, traveling back and forth. Obviously, just, being separated, not being able to share physical moments. There's only so much you can do virtually. And thankfully, we live in a time that technology has advanced, to where you can get close, but it's still not the same. I've spent 6, 7, 8 months speaking to somebody on video chat daily, but then the first week of being in person with each other is just, a big learning curve, and there's still, the chemistry could be off. So, I don't remember if it was Jasmine that said it's not for everybody. It's you got to be very patient. A lot of people don't understand that even if you meet a future significant other in another country, just the red tape and the journey of getting that person to the U.S., if that's the route you're going to go, it's going to take, you might as well factor a year to 2 years if you're lucky. So, there's a lot of logistical stuff that I think people don't quite realize. I mean, the love must really be strong for you to put yourself through that, because it's not easy for either person.
Gino and Jasmine, season 10 is around the corner. Without giving away any spoilers, how is your journey filming 90 Day Fiancé different from before the 90 days?
Well, I will say on my part that, because of my visa status, was still being in process. Before the 90 day was always being filmed in my country, in my comfort zone, with my family, with my friends. I was the one welcoming Gino into my home. But this has been, I can tell you, Shaun, one of the most humbling experiences ever in my life. I never pictured myself ever leaving my country for any reason, especially love. This is my first time ever moving outside of Panama, and just navigating through all these emotions and new challenges, because we overcome the long distance situation, but the problems are not over. There are new challenges, there are new situations to overcome. And it's everything is new for me. The American culture, even when I speak the language, being surrounded by the English all the time and being able just to use English. So, it has been very peculiar. For me, it's a whole new level of experience. And I can tell that, at the same time, it makes me happy that a lot of people are going to be able to identify, to feel that connection, how difficult it is to leave home for whatever reason it is to leave home, because that's how you see the place where you're born is always going to be home.
Yeah. And Gino, you both have been just incredibly open about the struggles and challenges that you have faced over the years, being long distance to even the bedroom trouble, we could say. What are you hoping that the viewers take away from watching your relationship unfold?
Well, I would say that, we had a lot of difficult challenges along the way and a lot of big issues. But, in the end, love conquers all. And if you're really in love with someone, you're able to overcome those challenges and be okay.
I will also add that I love the way say things, but yes, love conquers all, but I really hope that people will learn that sometimes love is not enough to have a healthy relationship. You can be madly in love with someone, but it needs a lot of work. It's not just being in love. There are other things that need to be part of the equation, such as respect, assertive communication, and dating outside of your culture. It's not an easy thing. And then you have to make together new rules, and that is fine. That is part of the journey. For example, Gino and I, we're having even, difficulties, not just on bed, but even to very easy things such as cooking together. That is supposed to be a fun experience. I wanted to, this is the Panamanian way. This is the American way. So, okay, let's come with a rule. What is the Panamanian American way of cooking? And it's quite a journey, but love is not enough. You need hard work to make a relationship work.
Yes, I think all of our couples have, really emphasized that point. And Emily and Kobe, the show has a great track record of couples staying together. Even though people think not, we really do have this great track record of the couples really continuing their relationships, and even many 90-day babies. So you guys are the only ones here today who have a 90-day baby. Now, why do you think 90-day couples are so successful?
When we put our stories out there on TV, it's very, very public and it's very raw. And I think that has made, especially for us, our relationship even stronger. Just because, you share your journey with the world. And there's a lot of hate that comes with it, but there's a lot of love that comes with it too. And you can really tell when there's chemistry and you love somebody. And I think the journey of being with someone long distance and finally becoming, together and living in a different country together and adapting, like you really do go through all those struggles. But it makes you stronger, whatever it is, we've been able to work through it. And I think for a lot of 90-day couples, it's like you really truly love each other. And like Jasmine said, like it is a lot of hard work. And if you put the hard work in and you genuinely love one another, like you're going to make it work if that's what you want. And you see in a lot of, our 90-day couples, how much they do love each other, how much work they put in, and how their relationship is. There's so many that are happy and have kids, and we have 2 children, and we still live in my parents' basement, and we're still just so happy and so in love. And it is just, it is wild.
I can say that if we can succeed in combating the obstacle we face in our relationship within the 90 days, to the extent that we could still agree to get married, I don't think that there's anything that can come forth beyond that. Because that 90-day period of our life was like really hard.
Yeah.
You had a camera crew, getting to meet your parents in the first, living with your parents like they didn't know anything about me, the cultural differences and all those things. Like we managed to beat that 90 days. I don't think there's anything that can come, in between us,
Yeah.
Tim, the series has in large part been so successful due to the casting. Your friends and family have been so open to filming with you that Veronica was featured on The Single Life. Now, do you think the viewers get to know you more through your relationship with Veronica?
Probably. Veronica and I have been part of 90 Days for so long now. I feel like, we're just kind of almost like one person. Like where there's Tim, there's Veronica and vice versa. So, when Veronica got to do Single Life, I was thrilled because, it was nice to kind of take a step back and not be the person with the spotlight aimed directly on you. And I did think it was important for viewers to get to see, because on the Pillow Talk couch, they're not really exploring your life. You're just kind of giving commentary on the other couple. So, I wanted people to be able to kind of see what Veronica was like. On my very first season, she was only on a couple of episodes for a few minutes. So I think that it's helped see more about our friendship, which a lot of people, I think, in the beginning didn't understand because it's just kind of taboo to be friends with your ex. I think people are a lot more accepting of it now that they've spent so much time watching us interact. And they can really see that it really is just a friendship and that there's no romantic ties left whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your most fun moment on 90 Day. Okay, I'm sure there are a lot of them, a lot of ups and downs and funny and not so funny moments. But Jasmine, let me start with you. Your funniest moment?
It's hard to pick up one because there are so many, but a moment I will always treasure in my mind was when I first met Gino after our first night together, and he gave me the toothbrush. That toothbrush has been so iconic. It has even a fan base, I was in shock. I really thought that it was a joke, but then when I heard him explaining from an engineering perspective how important it is to have an electric toothbrush, it was so funny. And from that moment, I knew that this is the one. This guy is one of a kind, and life is gonna be so funny if I'm surrounded by him. So that was a very funny, and lovely moment for me.
All right, Gino, what about for you? Does the toothbrush stand out, or was there another moment for you?
Maybe another funny moment or great moment was when I seen Jasmine the second time I went to Panama. I came walking out, and she kissed me with this red lipstick on, and it was all over my face and it was all over her face, and we were just like we kept filming like that, and it was hilarious.
And listen, I will never ask Gino about my makeup because I asked him so many times, am I okay? And he said, yes, you look just fine. And I have all the interview, part with my red lipstick all over my face.
So, I'll go next to Kobe and Emily. Kobe, do you have a story like that? What is
Man,
a fun
I
moment?
feel like mine was, we've had a couple, yeah, but the one that, I still have a sweet memory in that is on our wedding day. Like, I had to dance, like give Emily a lap dance in front of the family and stuff like that. It was just like free spirit, just everybody was having so much fun. And I'm like, all right, I got to do this. This is one thing I've always wanted to do. So, and it was such a loving moment.
And what about you, Emily? Do you have a very fun, special moment from filming the series?
I feel like we have so many funny moments on Pillow Talk because like we are just, oh my gosh, we crack ourselves up just rewatching it. I'm like, I didn't even know I said that. Like, I can't believe I was talking about somebody's like junk like that on TV, but I think Pillow Talk, I don't know. We're pretty, I loved when you were feeding me the pasta with the chopsticks and then I ate it all. Or when we were FaceTiming, that episode just came out when we were FaceTiming on the phone. We Pillow Talk, was it the other way? Yes. And so many messages about that. That was so funny. But on our 90-day season, I think when you re-proposed to me, but then he put the ring in the champagne glass. And I did not know for a very long time. And I'm drinking the champagne and then I realized the ring's in there. But then after that, and this part didn't air, he really wanted to have a guy sitting in a booth next to us. This is how he wanted to propose to me. Sitting in a booth next to us and hit on me. And then Kobe wanted to get into a fight with him and then propose to me. And I was like, why would you think I would say yes after you beat somebody up in a restaurant to propose? So I thought that was so funny. It didn't make it on TV, but that was pretty funny.
That was very funny. And Tim, I'm trying to think of one of your many, many funny moments that would have stood out for you. But you tell us, what do you remember most as your
actually, Shaun, it was with you. I think we were filming Bears All with my ex Linda. And we got pushed back and she was nervous because she had never been on television before. So she drank too much and I don't know if you remember the day I'm talking about.
No, I remember it very well.
It wasn't funny at the time for me. It was embarrassing, but now looking back, it's hysterical. She couldn't even talk. So
I think that was probably one of my most fun moments. Yeah, I think she had been drinking a little bit, and then she was kind of spinning in the chair and spitting out from the camera, and I literally had tears running down my face.
Yeah, the whole studio was like, and that's what you look back at, right? Like, I was mortified in the moment, but the entire studio was laughing. You remember it, I remember it, I will always remember it. So it's one of those moments where it's like, you know what, that everybody got a good laugh, and that's kind of what I love about doing Pillow Talk, or making people laugh is kind of like the soul of life, you know what I mean? So anything that brings laughter, I'm all about.
Great. Well, as always, guys, it is great to see you. You bring us so many fun, wonderful, touching, emotional moments on the 90-day franchise, and I'm just so glad to see you again. And I'm always happy to help you share your journey and get your word out about what this has been like for you. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for talking to me.
Thank you, Shaun.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for this special PaleyFest Fall TV Previews conversation with TLC's 90-Day Fiancé. Be sure to watch season 10 beginning Sunday, October 8th on, of course, TLC. And thank you again to Citi for their support. You can enjoy more of these programs by clicking the subscribe button below, okay? Thank you, everybody. I'm Shaun Robinson. Take care.